I'm Erin Heydt with 97.5 The Fanatic, and I asked the host their thoughts on the future of Nick Foles.
I love Nick Foles. I thought he was great. He played better, and that's what I want to see. You know, I wanted to see the Eagles win the game, but they lost the game, so they're still, they're in good draft position. But I want to see Nick Foles get better, and he played well last night. He moved around nicely. He was hitting open guys. That's what I want, because I want to know who the quarterback is going to be next year. And if he keeps playing like that every week, then he's the quarterback next year, and you don't have to worry about going out and drafting Matt Barkley or Geno Smith. I don't know if those guys can play. I know I've got a guy with NFL experience going into next season, and that's what I want to see. So if he keeps playing like that, I think the Eagles will find a quarterback next year. And they got running backs, and they'll get offensive linemen healthy. So it looks like a disaster now because it is, but I don't think this team is doomed to have 3-13s for the next 5 years. They're not this, the St. Louis Rams or the Detroit Lions, who have good players but they can't win. I think they'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I've always liked Nick. I just think there's a lot of things mechanically he has to improve. But I like I like the fact that nothing bothers him. He got hit by DeMarcus Ware the first time he threw it, and he shakes it off. I like the size. I like the way he gets the ball out on time. I like the way he sees the field. I like the way he extends plays. But he's a long strider in the pocket, and he's got a big windup. And typically those quarterbacks struggle against really good defenses. So I don't know enough about quarterback play to change fundamentals or to alter fundamentals, but I think he has to do that to become a guy that you go, okay, can he become that guy that can take you to a Super Bowl? Because that's how I want to measure my quarterback. Is he a Super Bowl worthy quarterback? And I don't think right now he is, but he's young. He obviously has got talent, and I like a lot of the things that I see, but those mechanics, they bother me. Well, I think he can be. I think he could compete for a job. I mean, whether they draft a guy or bring a guy in, I think he can compete for a job, and he could probably win a job. And I think he can win X amount of games. I don't know, just say a number like 10 games a year. But when you get to the postseason, your quarterback has to win games for you, and any sort of flaw that you have is going to get exposed. And so if the ball is out, and if you freeze it sometimes and that ball is winded up and it's all the way here, that ball is out there for anybody to get knocked out. And sometimes just getting that ball knocked out one time because the ball's here instead of here, that could be the difference. Sometimes that's the difference in games in the postseason.
To me, it's been the way it's been for the last couple of games. You're going to see ups, you're going to see downs, and I think, you have to give him the rest of the year. As Andy said today, he'll be the starter for the rest of the year, which I think is the right call. And you've got to give him till Halloween or Thanksgiving of next year. You got to give him 10 full games, with a full, healthy offensive line, with a nice complement of skill players, and then you'll be able to see. But I tell you what, I like the idea that he's a 6'6" quarterback. He's got a winning culture. He broke Drew Brees' record in high school, so he's definitely got a pedigree to play well. It'll be, the question is, can he play in the NFL? That's still to be determined, but he never seems to get rattled. I mean, last night, Dallas kept coming back, but he just kind of sits back there very stoically, and I think there's a calming influence about him that I want to see more of.
Be nice to see him with a full, healthy offensive line.
Yeah, a couple of Pro Bowlers on the line. Mm-hmm. Maybe a 6'5" receiver to throw the ball to, not named Riley Cooper.
And now 2 running backs.
Yeah, there you go. It's a simple formula.
It is.
It's time for Jeffrey Lurie to get the right guy to put it in place.
Well, we'll see about that.
All right.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
Want to see more from me? Check out my Twitter handle, Heidi042.
Is that my phone?
That's you.
Okay, it must be my trainer calling. You can't keep guns like this by just sitting around and talking sports all the time.